transform methods. That means solving methods. What are the solving methods we have discussed? Successive approximation method, successive substitution method, and Edomite decomposition method. Mm, okay. Modified method. One more method is modified kernel method. Okay. So first you have to write the heading. Volterra integral equations. So uh, we are discussing about the integral equations. Actually, in 1850 something, the Volterra and Fredholm both are working together. Volterra taking that variable limits, and then at the same time, Fredholm consider that the limits are constants. But both of them were working in the same institution only. And then they are sharing their idea, and then even one more person also joining with them. The name is Hilbert. This is also the very famous mathematician named David Hilbert, and one more person, Edward Smith. Okay, they worked in 1860 about this integral equations. See, this is the power of work actually. When they are uh, discussing about this integral equations nearly 170 or 180 years before, even though the same method they are using now. Okay, and then even the application is very their work is applying in that many fields, even in electrical sciences and mechanical science and aerodynamics. Okay, the lot of fields their work is using still now. Okay, fine. So what is the in this chapter what is we are going to discuss? The homogeneous, write down, the homogeneous Volterra integral equation, the homogeneous Volterra integral equations, integral equation of the second kind of the form, the second kind of the form, the form u of x equal to f of x plus integral over 0 to x k of x comma t q of t dt. Okay. So here t is the dummy variable. Finally, anyway, you will get that. U of x only. Finally, you will get that u of x. In case if I write that, okay. Anyway, what is said to be the dummy variable? Anybody? What is said to be the dummy variable? Am I audible or not? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. What is called the dummy variable? In case it is u of x, okay. So in case if I am writing that u of t equal to sum f of t plus integral over 0 to t. Here we can introduce one more variable also. That means k of t comma tau u of tau d tau. You will get the same one. So this is equation number 1, which is equation number 1, where k of x comma t is the kernel of integral equation. where k of x comma t is the kernel of integral equation. F of x is a continuous function of x. F of x is the continuous function of x and lambda is the parameter. So here I missed the lambda. Lambda is the parameter. Lambda is the parameter. F of x is the function of x. Here f of x and k of x comma t are the given functions. F of x and k of x comma t are the given functions. Given functions. U of x is the unknown function we are going to find. U of x is the unknown function we are going to find. We are going to determine or need to be determined. The limits of the integration of the Volterra integral equation, the limits of the integral for the Volterra integral equation are functions of x. Are functions of x. What is the non-homogeneous equation of first kind? The non-homogeneous. Anybody? The non-homogeneous Volterra equation of first kind. Volterra integral equation of first kind. First kind is what happened when that u of x, that means the left hand side equal to 0 or u of x is some vanishing, then we can get that. That means integral over 0 comma 0 to x u of k of x comma t, k of x comma t, u of t dt equal to f of x or u of x, f of x. This is equation number 2. Solution methods of Volterra integral equations. Solution methods of Volterra integral equations. Method of successive approximation. Laplace transform method. Laplace transform method. Method of successive substitution. Successive substitution. These are the 3 methods we are going to discuss. First method is method of successive approximation. Method of successive approximation. It the Volterra integral equation of second kind is u of x equal to f of x plus lambda integral over 0 to x k of x comma t u of t dt. Is that equation number 1? In this method, we replace the unknown function u of x. We replace the unknown function u of x under the integral sign of under the integral sign of 1. So the under the integral sign of 1, what is u of x? U of t. Actually, that is u of t. So you have to substitute that sum u naught of x equal to general f of x. Taking in general u naught of x equal to sum f of x. It is called the zeroth approximation. Zeroth approximation. Therefore, u1 of x is u1 of x equal to f of x plus integral over 0 to x k of x comma t u naught of t dt. This is equation number 2. It is obvious that u1 of x is continuous. It is obvious that u1 of x is continuous if f of x k of x comma t u naught of t are also continuous. It is obvious that u1 of x is continuous if f of x k of x comma t and u naught of not f t x, change it, u naught of x are also continuous. The second approximation u of x comma t, the second approximation u2 of x u2 of x, not u2 of x, the second approximation u2 of x equal to f of x plus lambda integral over 0 to x k of x comma t u1 of t dt. This is equation number 3. The second approximation is u2 of x equal to f of x plus lambda 0 to x k of x comma t u1 of t dt. Continuing in this manner, the recurrence relation u1 of x equal to f of x plus lambda parallel 0 to k of x comma t un minus 1 of t dt. This is equation number 4. For n equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. And u naught of x is equivalent to any real valued function, any real valued function. Most commonly, we can choose, most commonly, we can choose u naught of x equal to 0, 1 or x. Most commonly, we can choose u naught of x equal to 0, 1 or x. Thus, at the limit, thus, at the limit, the solution u of x of the equation 1, the solution u of x at equation u of x equal to u of x equal to some limit n tends to infinity, limit n tends to infinity u1 of x. This equation number 5. This equation number 5. So that the resulting solution u of x, so that the resulting solution u of x, the resulting solution u of x is independent of the choice of, is independent of the choice of, independent of the choice of zeroth approximation, zeroth approximation u naught of x, zeroth approximation u naught of x. We need to set, we need to set u naught of x equal to, we need to set u naught of x equal to f of x, and the other subtract, and other, and other successive approximation as follows. Successive approximation as follows. u1 of x equal to f of x plus lambda 0 to x k of x comma t f of t dt. Then u2 of x equal to, we know that f of x plus lambda 0 to x k of x comma t u1 of t dt. Continue like that. un of x equal to f of x plus lambda u1 minus t dt. Whole equation is the system of equation. This system of equation is equation number 5. What is the last number?
6.
Oh, already I have given 5. Huh? Let us consider, let us consider Yes. Consider u2 of x minus u1 of x equal to lambda 0 to x k of x comma t actually u2 of x minus u1 of x u2 of x minus u1 of x is f of x plus integral over 0 to x k of x comma t 1 of t dt minus f of x minus integral over 0 to x k of x comma t f of t dt. That f of x get cancelled. Here, this can be written as integral over 0 to x k of x comma t. Lambda should be there. Lambda. Lambda 0 to x k of x comma t. What is u1 of t? Is that is u1 of t. So how can we write that? So if you are writing that u1 of t here, f of t plus lambda 0 to t k of t comma tau f of tau d tau. We can write like that. That is u1 of t. So u1 of t can be written as f of t plus lambda integral over 0 to t k of t comma tau, some more variable. Tau is that some more variable. F of tau d tau dt is the dt minus lambda 0 to x k of x comma t f of t dt. So what happened here? Lambda 0 to x k of x comma t f of t dt minus lambda into k of x comma t f of t dt. That get cancelled. So what is remaining here? Lambda is there outside. Lambda into lambda, lambda square. The remaining is I skip one step. Lambda square integral over 0 to x. So what is remaining
Sir,
here?
lambda only
Lambda.
will come. So lambda square won't come.
No. Here outside one lambda is there, na? Lambda, this get cancelled. We are multiplying this. Otherwise, I will extend one more step. What happened in the next step? You can see that. We can check it. Your point is correct or not. If we multiple that, what happened? Maybe my bracket may be somewhere wrong. So we multiple here lambda 0 to x, lambda 0 to x, k of x comma t, f of t is there, f of t
Lambda
dt.
f of t, sir.
F of t dt, f of t dt. Now we'll multiply this. This is the one term. Then minus is there. Then one more term is what? Lambda into lambda, lambda square plus or minus plus only. Lambda square integral over 0 to x k of x comma t remaining 0 to t k of t comma tau k of t comma tau, f of tau d tau, f of tau d tau. Finally, one more is there, dt minus lambda integral over 0 to x k of x comma t f of t dt. So this first term, last term get cancelled. This is remaining value. This is remaining value. So if you are taking that, what is u2 of x minus u1 of x equal to this value lambda square integral over 0 to x k of x comma t integral over 0 to t k of t comma tau f of f of tau d tau dt. This is equation number 7. This is equation number 7. So in general we can write this as lambda square xi2 of x, where xi2 of x is where xi2 of x is integral over 0 to x k of x comma t 0 to t k of t comma tau f of tau t tau dt. This is equation number 8. This is equation number 8. This is equation number 9. If right, thus can be easily observed from equation equation number 8. Equation number 8. Actually, this value is u2 of x minus u1 of x. But in that u1 of x, the u1 of x, u naught of x is there. But u naught of x is equal to some f of x. Usually, if you are taking that u naught of x equal to 0, u naught of x equal to some 0, then it will be it will be 0. So we can take approximately without loss of generality, take approximately without loss of generality u2 of x without loss of generality u2 of x equal to xi 2 lambda square xi 2 of x u3 of x lambda cube xi 3 of x and so on u1 of x equal to lambda power n xi n of x. This system of equation is equation number 10. Approximately, we can take psi n of x equal to lambda power n in general we can write this as in general we can write u m of x equal to u m of sorry u n of x equal to u1 of x equal to summation of m equal to 0 to n lambda power m xi m of x. This is one important result. Where psi m of x equal to where psi m of x equal to where psi m of x equal to 0 to x 0 to x k of x comma t xi m minus 1 of t dt xi m minus 1 of t xi m of x equal to 0 to x k of x comma t xi m minus 1 of t dt where m equal to 1 to 3 etc. Where m equal to 1 to 3 etc. Psi 1 of x and psi 1 of x equal to integral over 0 to x k of x comma t f of t dt. In general, u of x equal to limit n tends to infinity u1 of x. So our aim is to find that u1 of x here by using the successive approximation. So u1 of x is, this is the formula. Okay, by using this formula and then by using this approximation, tomorrow we will solve the problem based on this. Also we have to discuss the Laplace transform method. Okay, this thing also we can discuss on tomorrow. You know it is 11:40. Fine. Please stop the recording.